In this video, we are going to demonstrate how to glue up a laminate using these specialized clamps I invented. Early on in my career, I needed to come up with a faster way to do laminates than making a separate fixture for each job or screwing a bunch of angle iron down to the loft floor. I oftentimes rent these out or let other people use them. First, you lay the clamps out along the loft floor about 6 or 8 inches apart. The clamps have an index mark on them so that they can be lined up along a loft line. Or you can position them using your pattern.
Tip the clamp so that that face lines right up with your pattern.
We then punch a guide hole with an awl and fasten them down with these hex head sheet metal screws. The jacking screw has 2 positions. You want your jacking screw to be in the center of your laminate. To accomplish this, we sometimes add spacer blocks to bring the laminate up to the center of the jack screw. We cover the top of the block with clear packing tape so that the glue doesn't stick to it. Adjust the clamps so that the laminate can be dropped right in, and then put the clamping feet on.
Wrap both ends in like that, don't tighten it.
We keep the laminates lined up using 2 sticks with tape on them and a pony clamp. Notice here that as we tighten the clamp, we pull up on the foot. This takes the slack out of the thread and makes it so the laminates won't go out of line. We start tightening the clamps in the center of the laminate and work out to each end. That way we don't get any bubbles in the laminates. We put a wooden hand screw clamp between each laminating clamp and on the ends, using strips of plastic to protect the clamps from the glue. We gently tighten everything by hand. After about 20 minutes, the glue will move and the clamp should be tightened up again. It is very important to not over-tighten things. You just want to tighten it together. You don't want to dent the wood and squeeze all the glue out. Or worse than that, break the clamp. As you can see here, the liberal use of plastics are kind of a must. The glue peels right away from the plastic on the loft floor, and it keeps the clamps clean. Sometimes to remove the laminate, we need to give the top of the clamp just a little tap with a hammer to break the clamp loose from the glue. I have been using these clamps since 1984, and they have done thousands of laminates. With these clamps, we have been able to do some very large laminates with very tight curves. I have also used the clamps in place to do house sills and eaves. This way, a large lamination can be glued up and shaped in place and doesn't have to be moved around. By using a series of wedges, I've been able to laminate up a plank with a curve and a twist in it. This made installation very easy. I have also used these clamps to shape fiberglass laminates. Here, I laminated up some reinforcing straps for a ballast keel. They were a lot less expensive and a lot better than the bronze I used to use. People have asked me why I don't market and sell these clamps. And the answer is, I've just been too busy. I would be very willing, however, to help someone else in the manufacture and marketing of these clamps. They would be a great asset to anyone that has to build curves.